New game. Here we go. I know that there are plenty of pre-made Xenos. What are there, like 20 here? And a lot of these have tie-ins to the Galactic Civilizations 1, 2, and 3 game. There's a whole story and history of the galaxy. And so you can play these characters you're familiar with. You can certainly do a completely custom one. And I think they even have a way to do an AI generated. I see all these little videos of people making their little AI generated species and blurbs and artwork. That's cool. I'm not going to mess with it, though. I think for simplicity's sake, just something we're familiar with is the baseline, as we will just play the Terran Alliance here. So over here, essentially, each species is going to start with 2 abilities. They're all going to get this colony ship flagship, so those are not abilities. I don't know why they're under the abilities, but they are. So a little confusing as you're sorting through all these Xenos over here. You're going to just notice that everyone has the colony fleet and the flagship, but they have these 2 different abilities. They're going to have a different cultural focus of 8 cultural focuses. Each of the 8 cultures has a culture tree. I have read through maybe half of them, but I personally haven't even gotten through all the culture trees at this point. I haven't looked through all of them, so I don't want to say one is better, but I can probably guarantee that as you develop your own play style, you'll find one of the 8 cultures that really works for the way you like to play the game, which is not a bad thing. Although you could still dip into any culture tree, so don't feel like you're pigeonholing yourself by the culture that you choose at the beginning of the game. You don't got to be afraid of that at all. There's plenty of wiggle room. I have noticed through diplomacy that you're more likely to have good relations with species that have similar cultural focuses, and the ones that are diametrically opposed to you, you're going to have less good diplomacy interactions. And then for biology, there's only a handful of biologies. I think they have an ammonia-based, they have one for synthetics that don't eat food, but like, so carbon-based here species uses water and hydrocarbons as the basis of their chemistry. Their populations require food in order to grow. So you got to farm with these guys here. These guys. Crap, I'm inverted. There you go. Okay, let's jump back over to the Terrans there. So cultural focus, individualism, carbon-based, it's not going to matter so much. And they are Voyagers. The nice thing is there's tons of tooltips. There's tons of icons on everything in the game. And it can be a little overwhelming, but everything tooltips rather nicely. So you do that. You can read the stuff you want. Also, I believe if you hold the shift key, and you do need to know this. So I've moused over Voyagers. You can see my cursor here. It brings up this pop-up box. I'm going to hold the shift key on my keyboard down and mouse over, and then it would allow me to mouse onto other stuff. Now, these are not popping out right now, but it allows you to mouse inside of a window, so you can like kind of like nested tooltip boxes, so you can really drill down. Pretty nice feature. It's the hitbox on it's a little wonky, so sometimes you have to like move your cursor off of a given icon and then move it back on to get the box within a box to pop up. So a little bit of a bug in my opinion, Stardock, but you guys will get it all fixed up.